Welcome to this BuyBotPro walkthrough. So I've got a lot to share with you, so let's get stuck in. So as you can see, when you load an Amazon page, BuyBotPro will load automatically. And it will automatically put in the sell price for you based on the buy box price. So you can just come up to the buy price and enter in however much you can buy it for. Now this is coming up in pounds just because I'm based in the UK, so it's registering that automatically. If you're in dollars, if you're in the US, then it will automatically come up in dollars. So if you enter your £5 or your $5 or whatever it is into there, and you can hit return or click analyze, whichever works best for you. And within a few seconds, you can see that BuyBotPro has literally looked at thousands and thousands of data points to analyze that deal for you. And BuyBotPro can analyze a deal way better than most human beings can. It's really, really clever. So let me talk you through all the information that BuyBotPro is going to give you. So the first thing is that you've got your EFN fees here. So if you're in the UK and you want to sell in Europe, then you can toggle on and off your EFN fees, and BuyBotPro will look at those and include those within its calculations for you. You've also got the same with MF. So it's assuming at the moment that you're an FBA seller. If you want to sell a product MF, then you can just toggle that and it will change the information because it's looking at different, obviously it's different fees and such like if you're selling MF. And the same as a bundle, and I'll talk through a little bit more about the bundle when we cover the customer panel, which is up here on the settings, and we'll come to that very shortly. So if we come down to the ASIN, BuyBotPro has, you hover over it, so it's giving you the ASIN, but it's also giving you a lot more information there as well. So it's giving you the category and it's giving you the weight and the dimensions. And obviously the weight and the dimensions are really important to know in terms of the shipping costs. And BuyBotPro uses that information to calculate all your shipping costs for you. So you don't have to do any of that manually. BuyBotPro also looks at whether Amazon's been selling in the last 90 days and whether Amazon is currently in the buy box. So straight away, you've got that information to hand. If competing with Amazon is something that you choose not to do or something you don't worry about, you've got that information there, whichever it is that you prefer to do when you're analysing your deals. If it's something that worries you, you can just hover over the ASIN straight away. You've got that information there straight to hand for you. So I talked about the clever algorithm that BuyBotPro's got and looking at thousands and thousands of data points to analyse a deal. That's not the only clever algorithm that BuyBotPro's got built into it. So it's got a BSR predictor. So that's the bestseller rank. So that tells you how quickly a product is selling. And BuyBotPro can look back at what's happened in the product in the past, and it reviews all the things about the product and then will predict where that product will be going forward in terms of the bestseller rank percentage. So you can see BuyBotPro is predicting it to remain a 1% deal and that it is currently a 1% product. So it's saying that it's going to stay a really good seller on Amazon. And then BuyBotPro gives you the number as well, because then it's telling you it's number 43, obviously in the category of toys and games. So that's a great BSR number to have for a product. So as long as you've got Seller Central open on a different tab, which I've got up here, then BuyBotPro will be able to tell you whether you are eligible to sell the product. And obviously it's telling me, yes, I'm eligible to sell this product. Now, if this comes up as saying, no, you're not eligible, BuyBotPro will give you the option to auto ungate the category. Now, not all categories can be auto ungated. That means that some categories require invoices and documentation to be submitted to Amazon in order to get ungated. And obviously BuyBotPro can't do that for you. But not all categories require that. Some categories or some brands, all they require is for you to tell Amazon you'd like to sell it, that Amazon look at your account and say yes or no. So and that's called an auto ungating. So where that's an option on your account. So if it comes up, it will come up and say, no, you're not eligible. Do you want ungate ? And you can click auto ungate. BuyBotPro will go off to Amazon. It'll ask Amazon, hello Amazon, can you please let us sell this product? And Amazon will reply and will say yes or will say no. And then BuyBotPro will come back and give you the answer from Amazon. So it'll either be able to successfully ungate it or it will be rejected by Amazon, and BuyBotPro will tell you that it's been rejected by Amazon. So that's a super, super cool feature that really makes it saves so much time and makes it so easy and helps you open your Amazon account. Because, you know, being gated on your Amazon account is the thing that holds most sellers back. And certainly if you're a new seller, that's what you're going to find really difficult, because it takes time to build up your Amazon account and build the trust with Amazon so that they allow you to sell in more categories. And BuyBotPro can help you get those ungated. So that's an awesome feature we've got there. Now, BuyBotPro's also got a PL detector, so a private label detector. So that's where a product has a brand that is a private label brand, and generally they prefer not to have resellers selling their product. Not all of them, but some of them. So it's got a detector in here to help you keep your Amazon account safe. Because if you sell products that you're not allowed to sell in terms of certain brands, Amazon may allow you to list them, but then the brand will get the ump that you're selling their products, and they may cause you some trouble with your Amazon account. So this one is green and there's no known PL issues. So you'll know that you're, you know, as far as we're concerned, you're okay to sell that product or that brand. If it comes up as orange, then that means that BuyBotPro has found something in the brand or in a concern somewhere when it's analysed all those data points that needs some human intervention, and you need to check it out in more detail. And if it's red, it comes up red, you need to avoid it, because we have a sister company that works with Amazon suspensions, and all that information, all that inside information that we have about suspensions and what brands cause issues for resellers is all programmed into BuyBotPro. So if it comes up red, you 100% want to avoid it, because we know for a fact that that brand is likely to cause you trouble. So this is super helpful with inside information that you won't get anywhere else as well. So that's awesome. And also we've got a hazmat. So you can look down, BuyBotPro will check whether the product is hazmat. So that's hazardous material, and you don't want to be selling hazmat products regularly, because it requires a lot of extra paperwork. You have to get approved to be able to sell hazmat goods, and it's a whole lot of palaver. So on the whole, if you're doing online arbitrage or retail arbitrage, you probably want to avoid hazmat products. And BuyBotPro will also tell you whether the product is oversized. And of course, if a product is oversized, it is likely to cost you more to sell the product from your prep center or your house into Amazon. Those fees will be higher, so that's to alert you to that fact. Now, the SPQ is brilliant. It's a suggested purchase quantity. So BuyBotPro, when we go through the customer panel, which we will do shortly, in there you've told BuyBotPro what your budget is and what's your maximum amount you like to buy of any one deal. So if you only like to buy 5 of something or 10 of something or 100 of something or whatever it is, you can put your maximum in there. And then BuyBotPro will look at your budget. It will look at how many you like to buy of a product. It will look at the deal, and it will help you decide what the right purchase quantity for that deal is. Now it does some maths for you here as well. So it's going to sort out your profit margin for you. It will tell you what your break even is. And of course, that's the cost where you can sell at that price and you will neither lose money nor gain money. So that's just the break even point. Obviously, it gives you all your total costs, and you can hover over that and it breaks it all down for you. So you've got all your Amazon total fees. If you're selling in Europe, you've got your EFN fees there. You've got your UK VAT if you're in the UK, and we'll talk about that more a little bit later. You've got your prep fees, you've got extra fees, you've got bundling fees if they're in there, you've got your shipping costs, you've got everything. BuyBotPro's literally taken everything into account for you and done all of the maths for you. So it works out your total costs. Then it works out your return on investment, and it works out your profit for you. So it literally has done everything for you in terms of the maths that you need to know about to make a decision based on that deal. Now this is a super cool feature, this is. So this is the export feature, and when you're doing arbitrage, you'll need to have a buy sheet. So you'll need to record what you've purchased and from where and how much it costs and all of that stuff. And that all takes time of copying and pasting from Amazon site or wherever into your buy sheet to get all that information. But BuyBotPro has a feature built into it which will mean that you just push a button and it will transfer all the information from BuyBotPro into your buy sheet for you. Just one click of a button and boom, it's done, it's there for you. And I will show you an example of that working when we go through the customer panel in a little while. Okay, so this is the BuyBotPro score. Now, the BuyBotPro score is amazing because BuyBotPro, as I said, has looked at thousands of data points. It's literally helping you analyze a deal, and it's got your back, basically. So when you're looking at a deal and you think, oh yeah, that's a good deal, or that's not a good deal, BuyBotPro's already analysed that deal for you, and BuyBotPro said, yeah, it's a good deal, or no, it's not a good deal, and it can flag it red, and it will say to you, no, it's not a good deal, and this is why it's not a good deal. So it's literally got your back in every decision you make, and BuyBotPro will save you so much money in bad buys of things that you will have missed, because when you're trying to analyse a deal, you're trying to go through it really quickly because you've probably got lots of deals to analyse. And you don't always, check it quite as carefully as maybe you should. And then you make a bad decision and you lose money on that deal. So BuyBotPro will stop that happening because of the fact it's analysed the deal for you. So it's looking at it with you. So you're both making that decision, and it's looking at it and it's helping you make the right decision for your business. So BuyBotPro has analysed this deal, so it's a good deal at 75%. Now, as I say, BuyBotPro's looked at thousands of data points, and it can't tell you all those data points. So at the moment we've just picked out the top 3 for you. So it's telling you that Amazon have the buy box. It's telling you that the FBA seller count is medium at 11, but it's got awesome sales, and the 30-day estimated sales have been really, really good. So it's giving you the positives and the negatives of, the top positives and top negatives of why the deal is getting the score that it is. Okay, so let's continue down. So here is the estimated sales calculator. So BuyBotPro's got another algorithm built into it, which is estimating the sales. And if you hover over the middle one, it will break it all down for you in terms of monthly sales. So you can see exactly what's going on with that product and the sales. And if you hover over the left-hand side one, it will tell you what the 90-day average sales have been. Another clever predictor in here is going to look at what's happened in the past and review where the product is and what's going on with the product, and predict what's going to happen over the next 90 days for you as well. So that's super helpful information when you're looking at a product and want to know how quickly it is selling. So let's continue down. So here you've got a competition analysis. So you've got your top 10 sellers here. Here they are listed in their order. And you can see that orange is Amazon, and then Merchant Fulfilled is grey, and Merchant Fulfilled Prime or Seller Fulfilled Prime is blue, and FBA Prime is green. So you can see exactly what stock people have got, and you can see exactly who's selling what and how many, so you can see who your competition is. It will give you the price that they're selling for. It will give you their review count, and it will give you their percentage feedback, their positive percentage feedback score as well. So you've really got everything you need there to have a look at what the competition is like for that product. So if you come down here, for those top 10 sellers, you've got the total number of stock, the total number of prime sellers, and the total number of MF sellers. And if you come down to the bottom of this area here as well, then it looks at all sellers for you, and it's telling you in total there's 11 prime sellers and 56 MF sellers. So you've got all the information that you need right now to be able to look at the competition. So let's come down a little bit further. So here you've got your sales rank. So if you want to sell in Europe, if you're in the UK and want to sell in Europe, you've got your information on your European prices here, and you can click out from any of those to go to the relevant page and analyse that deal. If we come down further, we've got a VA toolbox. So for those of you that have got virtual assistants working in your business with you, you have got the ability here to manage your VAs. And your VAs can log in. I'm logged in as a VA here. So when I start work in the morning, I can click start. And you can see now it's monitoring what I'm doing. So what it's doing is it's taking a screenshot of what I do every 3 minutes so that you can, if you want to, monitor your VAs. If you don't want to do that, you can switch it off and they can just submit the deal and finish each time. So, you know, it doesn't actually take any screenshots. So entirely how you want to work with your VA is BuyBotPro is completely flexible. Now, this is an amazing extra piece into BuyBotPro because there is software out there that does just that. So you can, you know, you pay for software that does literally just that. And your VA would then submit a deal and click finish. And then when they finish work or when they just finish that deal, whatever way you've chosen to work with your VA. And there's deal criteria down here, which you have control over in the page that I'm going to show you next. So what I'm going to do is this is how the VA works with the VA toolbox. And as the client, this is what you would see for the VA toolbox area. So if we come into here and we go to the dashboard, so this is all included within the price of BuyBotPro. This is not an extra feature that you have to pay for separately. This is all included as part of BuyBotPro because BuyBotPro is licensed for 5 devices. So you can use it on 5 different computers. So for instance, you can have it on your laptop, on your desktop, and with 3 VAs, for instance. So if we come over here, it will look at the total number of deals submitted by each VA. Now this is just a test account that I set up a few months ago, just to show you examples of how it works. But these are the deals that were submitted by those VAs. This is the total amount of time that each of those VAs worked. And if you come down here, you can see all their latest deals that they've been submitting for you. And the ASIN, and that will pop out to Amazon, the buy price, the sell price, the BuyBotPro score. And obviously then these will have a date. As I say, this is just a test account that I use as an example. And if you come over here, you can look at time logs. So it will tell you who the VA is, when they started work, when they finished work, the number of deals they found, how many screenshots you can see, and the duration of their shift, if you want to keep monitoring them. If you don't, as I say, then you can just get them to submit and then click finish straight away once they've submitted a deal, and it won't time how long they're working for. So however you want to work with your VA, BuyBotPro can accommodate you. If you click here and you go into deals, then you can see the VAs here. You can see the title, the ASIN, which will pop out to Amazon again, your buy price, your sell price, your BuyBotPro score, your date. This will take you to Amazon and it will take you to your Google Sheets, which I'm going to go through shortly. So if we click into screenshots and we look at all screenshots, let's say, so here's all the screenshots for the VAs that it was taking while I was doing the test account. So you can just see all the information there and you can click through and look at any of those if you wanted to view what your VA was doing during the day. And then you come into virtual assistants and in here you can manage your VAs. So you can add new virtual assistants, you can turn them off, you can take different actions in here. You can edit what's going on with your VAs. So you have complete control over which VAs can use your BuyBotPro and you can control it all from within here. And in here is your settings panel, and in your settings panel is what controls this bit here. So I could change that, and if you change that each day or you leave it there as a reminder for your VAs, whatever your standard deal criteria are, it's there for them to see at all times so they can just remind themselves exactly what it is they're sourcing for. So that's the VA toolbox, and as I say, this all comes as part of standard with BuyBotPro. And there is software that you have to, that does just this, that you would need to pay extra for, but not if you've got BuyBotPro. It's all included for you. So there's still lots more to show you about BuyBotPro, so let's keep going. So if we come down here, let's switch over here and have a look at the left hand side. So BuyBotPro here has a chart, so you can chart and see what's going on in terms of the deal. And you can click through and look at all the different periods of when you want to look at the information for. And obviously you can toggle on and off what you want to see. So you've got the FBA price in there in purple. You've got Amazon in there as orange, which you can switch on and off if you want to. You've got the new price, you've got the bestseller rank, and you've got the buy box information all included in here. And what you've also got is these arrow drops. Now these are really, really helpful because when there is a significant BSR drop, that indicates that there is at least one sale. Now it may be more than one sale, it may be 10 sales, but it indicates there has been at least one sale. So you can very easily and quickly look at this and see, look, there's lots of periods here. It's clearly selling well because there's lots of drops in the BSR indicating sales. So you can see how well it's selling looking at that very briefly as well, which is great. So if we keep going down as well, BuyBotPro is the world's first. It has the only sales heat map for Amazon. So it literally looks at where the most sales are, and obviously they're in the darkest colour. Dark red is obviously selling at the moment, it's selling at its fastest. Red is selling really, really well. You've got orange when it sells sometimes, and it fades out to white when it's not selling at all. So you can see very quickly there exactly when it's selling, when it's not, and it's just an instant, yep, or no, it's so quick to view. And you can actually put that over the top of the first one if you want to show you where it is and it isn't selling if you want to, or you can turn it off and look at it at the bottom underneath. And that changes based on how many days you have as well. This sales heat map, as I say, it's a world first. There's no other tool with an Amazon sales heat map. It's awesome. It's so quick and easy to have a look at. So you've got lots of different ways there that you can look at how many things, how much things are selling and how well things are selling at just a glance down here on the BuyBotPro charts. So let's continue down because there's more charts for me to show you. So these are the average price charts or average charts, and this is the FBA price average. So you can see that over a period of all time and where it is, you know, the price hasn't really changed. It's changed by a couple of pounds, but nothing more than that, or a couple of dollars wherever you are. It will come up in dollars if you're in the US. And here it shows you the Amazon price. So Amazon price is fairly consistent as well. The new price changes more, but you can see that there. And obviously you've got the BSR that you can see here. So that's a great way to see that average information. But not everybody's visual like this. Not everyone's brain works in exactly the same way. So what we've done as well is we've given you the same data that you've got in these average charts down here in this data chart. And you can switch both of them on and off if you want to. You can, if this one suits you better, you prefer data like this, then switch these off. If you prefer data like this, then switch this one off, because this is giving you the same data, it's just in a different way to view it. So you can make it, you can totally customize BuyBotPro to make it work exactly for even how your brain works in terms of looking at data. So it gives you, as I say, it's giving you all the same data, but it's giving it to you in a different format. Now this last chart, I love this last chart, it's awesome. So this is giving you the seller positions, so seller positions 1 to 10, and it's giving you the stock levels for those individual sellers. So as you can see, you've got Amazon there with 999, and then you can go through and see the stock level for every single, and the top 10 sellers, every single seller in the top 10 sellers. So it's very much giving you the same information as the competition analysis that we went through shortly on the right hand side, but it's giving it to you in a chart format. And once again, you can toggle it on and off depending on what works for you and how you like to customize BuyBotPro in its format to suit your brain and how things work. So let me just come up here, because here I'm not going to talk about Profit Protector Pro because it's not for sale yet, it's in beta, but I will talk about that another time. But here you've got videos, so you can click through to there, and you've got training videos, you've got a walkthrough that talks through everything about BuyBotPro, and you've also got individual short, like 1 minute videos on every feature. So if you've forgotten how to use something, you just click in there, you can find your video, and I talk you through exactly what you need to know about that particular feature. And obviously there you can submit a ticket. If you need any help, we're always here to give you a hand. So just let us know and we can help as necessary. So let me continue up the page. So before I talk you through the customer panel, which is next, I'm just going to talk you through the BuyBotPro island. So this is here just to give you a quick snapshot of key information. So you've got your profit, your ROI, your BSR, your estimated sales, your eligibility, hazmat, your PL deductor, of course your BuyBotPro score, and you've got a calculator here so that if you wanted to work out to get a certain ROI, it will tell you what sale price, what you need to sell it for to get that ROI. So it's just a little calculator for you there. So let me take you through the customer panel next, and I'll show you the export function, amongst other things. So let's go into here. So here you've got your prep fee and your bundle fee. So if your prep centre, for instance, charged you 50p or 50 cents, you could put that in there. And if they charge you an extra 20p or extra 20 cents, if it was a bundle, you could put that in there. And then on that front thing here, when you click bundle, then BuyBotPro will add these together for you so that you get your full bundle prep fee included. Because obviously you need to make sure you're including that, and it's super helpful to have it right here in BuyBotPro, and it just adds it all up for you automatically. And you can just toggle it on and off per deal. Obviously it's making no difference because I've got 0 in there at the moment, but you can toggle it on and off for every deal that it suits you. So that works wonderfully. In here, you've got your extra fees. So you can include, for instance, if you know, your prep fees, when you switch the MF toggle on and off, it won't include your prep fees if you've got your MF toggle on, because this is ideally really used for a prep centre. So what you could do is, if you're going to prep your own goods and you still want to, you know, add in some money for tape and a box or whatever, you can add a bit extra in here if you want to. Obviously not as much as £5 or $5, but you can add in 20p or 20 cents or whatever it's going to cost you extra there. And then when you toggle your MF fees, they'll still be used. So you can use that as your prep fees. You could potentially use that for some taxes if you wanted to. Whatever you want to use that for, it's there for you. And here you've got your Google Sheets ID. So this is how you make your buy sheet work. So here I've just got a blank Google Sheets, you know, just a completely blank Google Sheet. And I've copied and pasted this title here, and I have put it into here. All right, so if we go back to the main page, and we've already analysed the deal, so I just click here, copy to my buy sheet. If you want BuyBotPro to export your source URL, so wherever you're buying your product from, you can just stick the source URL in there and BuyBotPro will export that for you as well. So you literally just copy to my buy sheet, and BuyBotPro will then copy all that information. It comes up, copy to your sheet, and if we have a look in here now, there you go. So you need to put your headings in, of course. You need to structure your buy sheet as you want your buy sheet structured. But BuyBotPro has entered all the information that you're going to need to keep for that deal. But it gets better than that, because what if you don't want to organise your buy sheet in exactly this order? Because, you know, we're all different. We all like things in a different order. It makes sense to us in a different order. So what you can do is you can customise it. So you come into here and you can choose which order it exports the information from. So for instance, we could just change this around, change that from A to B and put that back to A to B. Just for instance, just to give you an example, click OK and click Save. And if we export it to our buy sheet again and go back into our buy sheet, you'll see that it's copied them into the different columns. So you can literally make it completely personalised to how you want your buy sheet to be, which is just awesome and saves you so much time. Okay, so this is where, do you remember I talked about on the front page, we talked about the SPQ, the suggested purchase quantity. So in here is where you can control that to a degree, because you can add in your stock capital. And BuyBotPro would never suggest you ever spend more than 10% of your capital on any one deal. But it won't just be looking at your capital, it will be looking at the deal and how quickly it thinks it will sell and how good it is and all the rest of it to help you choose how much you should buy. And I've put my max buy count in here as 10, but as we know, BuyBotPro suggested we purchase 6 of them. But this is where you can control that information. If I change this to a lot higher, and change this to a lot higher, then BuyBotPro may well decide to include more than 6, but it might not, because it's got a good score. It's not a very good score or an excellent score, it's a good score. Now, BuyBotPro will not give you a suggested purchase quantity below 68%. And the reason BuyBotPro doesn't do that is because below 68%, it suggests that you need some human interaction in deciding how many to buy. Now, there can be good deals right down to maybe even 35% BuyBotPro score may still be deals that you want to buy, and BuyBotPro will be grading them for you. You know, it will grade them from red and low and no, don't go there, you know, crazy thing to do. And it will grade them to below average, average, above average, good, very good, and excellent for you. So it will look at everything to do with that deal when it really grades it for you and gives you a score. So if we look here, we've got a shipping cost. Now you can put in your shipping cost. For instance, you know, if you're in the UK, then I think it's just over £5 for a 15 kilo box. And if you do your math, that works out at 0.34 per kilo. I'm sure there's something similar in the US. You just change it to pounds and put in the maths of how much that will cost you per pound. And then BuyBotPro will, when it looks at the deal for you, it will take account of the weight of the product and automatically include whatever the correct shipping cost is into your analysis. So you don't have to do any of that manually. It's all done for you by BuyBotPro. So here you've got some ability, once again, to customize BuyBotPro and make it your own. So you can turn off the island if you don't want to see this island. If you don't have a VA and don't want to use the VA toolbox, you can turn that off. And if you don't want the graphs at the bottom and just want to rely on the score, then you can do that here. The graphs are awesome. I wouldn't suggest you turn those off, because you've also got the ability to toggle them individually and choose which ones work for you. But if you want to turn them all off, you have the option to do that here. So here we've got VAT. Now, obviously, it's really important that you include VAT, but most calculators that you can get on the market, if they include VAT at all, they only include the VAT on Amazon fees, which does not give you the whole picture of the deal, because you've also got input and output VAT, and that should be considered. So rather than do the basics of just giving you the VAT on Amazon fees, what we've done is we've worked with accountants who manage this for us, and they've worked out everything, the whole VAT picture for that deal for you. And as I say, it's all managed by UK accountants. So if you're in the UK, choose whether you are non-VAT registered, standard accounting or flat rate scheme, and then BuyBotPro will literally work it all out for you. If you are in the US, of course, you choose not applicable US sellers, because you're not worried about VAT. So just choose the correct VAT registration for you, whatever that is, and you know, you'll make sure that BuyBotPro works it all out perfectly for you. So if we come down here, this is a way to control the score here. Now, if you're new to online arbitrage, then I would suggest you leave this alone and just use this score here. This score here is a very Joe average analysis of an online arbitrage score, a deal. It's a good analysis, it's sensible, it's right middle of the range analysis. It will serve you very, very well when you are learning online arbitrage. Now, if you're more experienced and you like, you know, you've been building your business and you know what deals you do like and what deals you don't like, and you want it much more personalized to you, then you can use this information over here to personalize it for you. So if, for instance, you only want anything over, I don't know, something crazy like £30 profit or whatever it is that you're wanting, you can use these sliders and make it very, very specific to you and what you're looking for. You can also use these, so you can choose fast sellers, or you only want mid-range, or you only want high profit, and you can make it very, very specific to you. But as I say, if you're new to online arbitrage, I would suggest you go back to criteria, reset it all, and just use the score and the analysis that you've got already built in to this BuyBotPro score, which is really, really good analysis of an online arbitrage deal. So that's how you look after the customer panel here. And obviously then you just click save when you have finished making any changes, and BuyBotPro will remember those changes for you. Now that's not all. I know that's an awful lot of BuyBotPro, but that's not all. I've got something else to show you. Now this product doesn't have any variations. So let me take you over here to this product that does have some variations. So if we scroll down and have a look at where the variations are, you'll see underneath it says BuyBotPro Show Variations. So if you click on that, BuyBotPro will load up all the variations for you, and it will show you the ASIN, the size, the colour, the price, the sellers and the review count. So you can sort them to have a look at the review percentage if you want to. So obviously this product has got the most reviews, followed by this one and this one and then this one, and it'll go downwards. And you can sort those in what order you want to sort them in. The current one that you're looking at will come up in blue and in bold, so it's easy to see immediately which one you are on. And then helpfully, of course, as well, you can toggle them by FBM and FBA if you want to, other way around. But yeah, so you can toggle those and it will give you all the information. And of course, you can search if, you know, this one's only got 95, but some of them have got like hundreds and hundreds of different variations, and you can search for them through there as well. So that is a run through of BuyBotPro. It's an awesome piece of software that has always got your back. So it's always making sure you're not making mistakes. It's covering you. Can you imagine having BuyBotPro on Black Friday? I mean, it's just go boom, 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 boom through that analysis so fast, enabling you to buy so much more because you can properly, thoroughly, quickly analyze your online arbitrage deals, and it can literally help take your business to the next level. So scroll down now, get BuyBotPro, have your back covered all of the time when you're analysing your deals. BuyBotPro will save you way much more, way much more than it costs, because it will stop you making bad buys. It's got your back, it will make your business better, and you know, awesome software. It's forever being upgraded. We've got a full-time development team. There's new features coming all the time. Scroll down now, get BuyBotPro and take your business to the next level.